The Mayflower, Revolution, Reaction, Reform
by Flynn and Lara Shufflebarger.
Puritans separated from the Church of England and sought religious freedom by migrating to the New World of North America. The Mayflower was their opportunity to start a new life and leave the persecution of England behind them. They knew this journey would be tough and feared they might not make it, but their dreams of founding a new colony outweighed the risk of the hazardous expedition they would endure.
The Mayflower set sail on August 5, 1620. It was 90 feet long and 25 feet wide, approximately the size of a basketball court. The ship carried 102 passengers and numerous shipmates, including Captain Christopher Jones. Also on board were both separatists and non-separatists. Conditions on the ship were horrid, dark, wet, and very odorous. The deck was not safe due to supplies being stacked and disastrous storms. Jones stated, "These storms, the winds were so fierce and the seas so high. The disorganization of the passengers caused the Mayflower to leave later than planned. This caused them to sail right into the autumn storms. During the voyage, one passenger's life ended and one began, a baby boy appropriately named Oceanus."
The Pilgrims finally saw land on November 9th. However, the weather had blown the ship 300 miles off course. They had to choose whether to try and get their original destination or settle on the land in their eyesight. They decided to play it safe. On November 11, 1620, the Mayflower put its anchor down in Cape Cod Bay, Massachusetts. The Pilgrims were relieved to set foot on land, but were afraid to settle with no known civilization.
Although all of the passengers didn't necessarily get along or have the same viewpoints, they quickly came to the realization that if they went their separate ways, they would not survive. So the men in the colony had an idea to write and sign a document that would be their form of government. No one would question it and everyone would abide by it. This document was signed on November 11, 1620, and is known today as the Mayflower Compact. It would be the basis of the Pilgrims' first colony and the start of a new America.
The Mayflower Compact was meant to help the Pilgrims survive, and it did, until the devastating winter of 1620 killed nearly half the population. Spring arrived and the Pilgrims had a visitor, a Native American named Squanto. He showed the Pilgrims where to find fruit and how to grow crops. Both Squanto and the Pilgrims agreed to trade with each other and live in peace. In celebration for the wonderful harvest and friends they had made, the Pilgrims and the Native Americans came together to give thanks to God and shared a feast now known as Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims stuck to the Mayflower Compact, and eventually King James sent the word, making their government official.
The Pilgrims' courage and bravery allowed them to make the voyage to a new world and live their lives freely. The men and women of the Mayflower created the Mayflower Compact with intentions of plain survival, but did not know the impact this document would have on the generations preceding them.
They created a colony that would evolve into one of the greatest nations in the world, known today as the United States of America.